What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Lunchtablesports podcast. We are back. It is fantasy football season. I think me and Aiden's favorite time of the year. A lot of people's favorite time of the year. Football is almost back, and we got a live mock draft here. We're drafting in a 12-team PPR league, similar to what me and Aiden are in real life. I have the third pick and he has a 10 pick. So, what's your strategy looking like, Aiden? Who are you targeting at 10?
Um, to be honest, I'm undecided. I think 10's kind of a weird spot this year. I think that top seven is kind of where you want to be. But I don't know. I'm kind of looking at going off the board. I don't want to reveal my strategy too much to Bones here in
Okay.
the early goings, but yeah, I'm undecided on running back or receiver. Uh, I'm been trying some different things out. I don't know. We'll see. I'm TBD on that. How about you?
Yeah, well, I'm picking a little bit ahead of you, so I mean, I think we're far enough apart where it doesn't matter too much. But pick three,
Yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah.
there's probably about four guys.
I'll get into it more once we start drafting who I'm looking at.
Yeah,
I'm
there's about four
interested.
guys. You got obviously Jay Jettos. He's my number one guy. I think he's most people's number one guy. You know what you're gonna get out of him. He's gonna be a top three fantasy receiver. We know this. Um, Good safe pick, but he's probably going one. McCaffrey's another guy. McCaffrey, I'm looking at. He stayed healthy the entire season last year, which is like the first time in his career, and he was the second best running back in fantasy. I'm not on the Eckler hype train. I actually don't even have Eckler as a top five player for me. In fantasy, I think with the holdout a little bit, the running back situation, I don't know. I don't like to draft guys who are the number one in their position the year before. I just feel like it never really ends well for them. Um, but Cooper Cup's another name too. I think if he still stays healthy, and then Jamar Chase, that's my list.
Yeah, so I agree with that. I think I don't know. I was gonna ask your opinion on this. Do you think Jamar Chase his value gets hurt a little bit with Joe Burrow, or you're not really worried about that?
You know, um, I'm not too worried about it. I think Joe Burrow, I don't really know the specifics of his injury. I saw he got hurt. I still
It was a
expect,
calf strain. They said like 2 to 4 weeks.
yeah, so he should be back for like regular season. I have Jamar Chase as the top four fantasy player. I think I have him right in my four slot right now, with one being Justin Jefferson, two, McCaffrey, three, Cup, and it's a little bit of a gamble with Chase. I don't know if I want to Chase and Cup, they're more gamble type picks. We'll see as we get closer and closer to the NFL season. But I do think Chase is in store for another huge year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with that. I don't think you can go wrong with Jamar Chase. I think just his ability alone, no matter who's throwing the ball to him, I think he's gonna get you fantasy points. But yeah, regardless, at 10, I can go into my stuff a little more. I don't know. I'm tending to stay away this year from guys like Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor and Saquon, just with the money and that sort of stuff. And I don't know. I'm looking off the board here a little bit. I think we'll see when my pick comes up. But yeah, that's my plan.
I still think
Tentative.
Nick Chubb's the most underrated player in fantasy football. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a stud. He's going to be RB1 for the Browns. There's no Kareem Hunt in that backfield, so he's going to get all the pass catching reps too, is what is reports from training camp so far. I think Chubb should be back end of the first round. Here we see Jefferson go one, as expected, and McCaffrey goes two. I'm on the board here. I'm not really looking at Eckler. It's pretty much between Cup and Chase for me. Um, I do have Cup ranked higher. That's probably who I'm leaning towards going, but I don't know. I want to hear your input, Aiden.
What's that? Sorry, I didn't hear your last
I
part
said
there.
I'm gonna go Cup here. I think he's the best player on the board for me, but who would you have gone with there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that pick. I mean, I had Eckler last year and he was a beast for me, but I also agree with you that sometimes, especially with running backs, it's tough to draft a guy that was so productive the year before and think he's gonna match that like or get up to that same level next year. But I don't know. I think Eckler's a beast, and I mean, if he falls to me at 10 here, that's crazy.
If he falls to a 10, that's automatic. Him or Kelsey.
Or Bijan.
I'm a little bit skeptical
Oh,
on taking a rookie running back in the first
you're a
round.
Bijan hater.
I'm not a hater at all. I just think the value's a little too rich. I'm actually all aboard the Jameer Gibbs hype train. I think he's be better than Bijan.
I mean, if he doesn't go here,
I know. I mean, I know exactly who I would take if in your spot. I want to see who you go with. You going Bijan?
yeah, I mean that kind of changes my plan a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Bijan here. I think he's the best player on the board in my opinion. Just don't overthink it. There is my take on it.
Yeah.
It is a little bit risky. I agree with the rookie stuff, but I think in that Falcons offense, we saw Tyler Algier last year and how good they made him look. I think Bijan's going to run crazy this year.
Yeah, definitely a valid take. I don't know. I kind of think back to obviously Bijan's way more talented, but a rookie Clyde Edwards-Helaire, everyone thought was going to put up numbers in the Chiefs offense. People drafted in the first round, and he just did not do well. But you're on the clock right here.
This is a no-brainer here for me too. I'm all aboard the hype train for Garrett Wilson.
Wow, he did it.
I think he's gonna have a monster year this year.
Yeah, I mean, I like that pick. I think if I was picking,
That pick is
I'm a
tough for me.
homer.
That pick is tough for me. There's a lot of good receivers there on the board that you could go with and not get an argument from me. But like in my situation there, I'm looking at Waddle, Amon Ra, um, in kind of Brees Hall area.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a homer. I would have gone Amon-Ra St. Brown, but
Yeah,
bias
yeah,
aside, I do think he's due
that's
up
fair.
for a monster year.
I had Amon Ra last year. I like to. We'll switch it up.
Yeah, yeah. Garrett Wilson is still. I think he's on the same tier. I think you got Wilson, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, and Amon-Ra on that next tier.
Yeah, yeah,
T
I
Higgins
agree.
going here. I'm just gonna draft Jacobs or Pollard, whoever falls to me. I think again, Pollard, I think he's in store for a huge year, especially with Zeke.
What do you think? What do you think about ETN?
I like ETN. I do actually do like ETN a
Weird.
lot. I think he's a stud, but I think guys below him, I actually like more than him. Like Joe Mixon, I think he's severely underrated here. And Ramondre Stevenson, I think is severely underrated. Wow. All right. Not expect this. Josh Jacobs and Tony Pollard are both here. I think right now I'm gonna lean Tony Pollard. I think he's a little more safe.
I
Josh
agree.
Jacobs is holding out, I think, right now.
I
Um,
agree with that.
I'm gonna go Tony Pollard here. He's in due for a huge year. He's got no Zeke. He finishes the RB7 last year with Zeke in the backfield. So he's gonna get all those Zeke touches. Yeah, I'm a big Pollard fan.
Yeah, I like that pick. I agree with each other. That's a safer pick between him and Jacobs. And I have Josh Jacobs as kind of a steer clear pick for me this year, just because of I think the Raiders offense got worse. And there's just less weapon. There's more focus on him. Um, yeah, I don't see him having the same output as last year.
Although if he is here at this pick, I think I don't know if I can pass this up if he's right here. Um,
Yeah, I mean that's good value for you.
if he does go here, I'm going to take Ramondre Stevenson. If he doesn't go, I will take Josh Jacobs. I mean, he was the wow. All right, Ramondre actually just went, so I'm going to take Josh Jacobs here. He finished as I don't know if as the exact. Yeah, he was an RB3 last year. I don't know if he's a top 3 running back, but still, he's coming off a monster year. I still think he can be a top 10 running back in fantasy. And if I'm drafting him to be my RB2, I mean, I'll take this value in the third round, any day of the week.
Yeah, I don't know if you pass up on that there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys in this range though, the rounds 3 to kind of 6 that I like a lot. Like Rashad White, I like a lot. Gibbs, Pierce, Amari Cooper. I think
I'm a
Lamar Jackson's gonna have a good year.
yeah, I'm a huge Jameer Gibbs fan. I think, especially in this Lions offense, I expect him
I'm
to do
thinking about
big
I'm
things.
thinking about reaching on Lamar Jackson too in our actual draft.
Lamar right here.
No, in our actual draft.
Hmm.
I mean, Brees Hall is still here. You
I
like
know who
Brees
my
Hall?
pick would be right here. I know who my pick would be.
I'm torn. There's a lot of good guys here.
There are. This draft is a deep draft.
I think
It's a
I'm
deep
gonna go value here though.
Brees Hall. I like the value. That's probably what I would
I
have
do
gone
have
with too.
him. I do have him and Garrett Wilson. That's whatever. I was.
Um,
It's either him. There's a Gibbs, Pierce, White.
I would have
I
gone
think
Gibbs
that's it.
probably,
I
just
thought
because you
about
already
Gibbs.
had Garrett Wilson. If you didn't have him, I probably would have gone Brees Hall.
I kind of forgot I had Garrett Wilson, to be honest.
It's just a mock draft.
Yeah. That's why we practiced, right?
Exactly. You going Lamar here?
I'm thinking about.
Do
Oh,
it.
I want to take. I want to reach on a guy so bad.
Do it. Reach it. It's a mock draft.
I gotta go. I got. I mean, he's still here. I gotta take him.
Here. Great pick.
Go. Go value. I was. I want. Hopefully, he might still be there when I when my next pick.
I'm
Good
surprised
shots.
Damian Pierce is going this late as well. I think he's gonna have a big year. He was in 1,000 yard rusher last year. I thought he was really good, consistent before he got hurt. Um, but yeah, big Pierce. No, there goes the guy. Calvin Ridley just went. Um, I was gonna draft Calvin Ridley
Yep.
this pick.
I was about to take him.
Big Ridley fan right here. Yeah, because I don't really like anyone else this high on the board. I like some guys down the board a little bit better.
Lamar's not a bad pick here.
Ooh, they go Alexander Madison. Wow. Yeah, I'm not huge on Keenan Allen, Chris Godwin, Christian Watson, Deontay Johnson, K9. I'm not really big on anyone until yeah, I'm gonna go Lamar. I'm gonna get my quarterback and hopefully he can stay healthy. And
Lamar, that's a good pick.
I don't typically go quarterback this high. Um, I have a good track record with quarterbacks. I mean, I drafted Jalen Hurts in my other league last year. We all saw what he did. But I typically wait on a quarterback and just draft my sleeper. You know, last year, Adyn, did you draft Trey Lance last year? I know he was my big sleeper last year.
Yeah, I drafted Trey Lance last year. Brutal.
Well, I thought it was a good pick until he got hurt. You know, that's you hate to see it. But
Well,
coming
yeah,
up
so did
here,
I, but yeah, it didn't end up. It didn't do well for him.
yeah, coming up here, um, I think this guy is in store for a huge year. I think he's really underrated. His last 7 weeks of the season after he got back from injury, and after his head coach got fired, he was a top 10 wide receiver, and that's Jerry Jeudy. I'm a big Jeudy fan this year.
I like that pick. Yeah, there's a guy I'm looking at here that I'm hope falls to me, maybe. No, he just won. I was looking at DJ Moore. I'm a huge DJ Moore fan.
You got faith in Fields then? You could go Fields with this next pick. I wouldn't hate that for you.
Yeah, I got a different quarterback in mind.
T Law.
We'll see. Is Kyler gonna be healthy? Kyler Murray gonna be healthy to start the year?
He won't be healthy till like the 7th or 8th week. Yeah, because he's coming off like a torn Achilles.
So this is where it gets tough because it's I'm torn here. I don't know which way to go.
I'm actually,
There's a couple guys.
yeah, I like some guys down the board, man. I'm just looking right now. I think there's some guys underrated.
I'm gonna go Christian Watson here.
Christian Watson.
Uh, I like his value there. I think he could be a breakout candidate with if he has a good connection with Jordan Love,
I agree.
he could be the guy in Green Bay.
I've also heard some Romeo Dubs stuff out of training camp that he's becoming Jordan
Yeah.
Love's favorite target. So we'll see.
Another quarterback I like here. I like this pick for me here. T Law.
I like it too.
I think he's gonna have a big year.
And as we
Um,
always know in actual drafts, I mean, actual drafts are pure chaos. It's really nothing what any. I mean, you can game plan all you want, but it never really goes how you think it's
yeah,
going to go. I feel like there's just quarterbacks going flying off the board. You know, someone's going to take someone around one or round two, and then just gets a
yeah.
little chaotic from there. But I like chaos. That's when guys fall to you. So we'll see. I think coming up here. Um, I like Drake London. I like Christian Kirk. I think Christian Kirk's becoming a little underrated because of Calvin Ridley, but people forget he was really good in fantasy last year.
Yeah, he was.
Um, Ayuk is still here. Hmm. I'm on the clock. Mike Williams
This
isn't.
is where it's supposed to get tough.
What's that?
This is where it starts to get tough.
It does start to get tough because there's a couple guys I like here. Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go best player available. I'm just gonna go Mike Williams here. I'm not gonna overthink it too much, and yeah, I'll go with Mike Williams. Boomer bust guy.
I like that pick.
And then there's another big time sleeper coming up. Wow, we'll draft if Ayuk is not there. Marquise Brown. All right. I'm between Ayuk right now, Jahan Dotson, David Montgomery, and Kirk. Um, I will go because none of those guys will be there by the time I'm there. Huh. I'm gonna snag Christian Kirk here. I was just talking about him. I was just hyping him up. I'll go Kirk here. He was Trevor Lawrence's favorite target last year. Um, Even if he's the wide receiver two for the Jags have a really good offense. So I wouldn't be too scared drafting him. So even to be a bench receiver, my flex, I wouldn't hate that. I'm a big Jahan Dotson believer too. I think he's really underrated. And Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs offensive coordinator, took a lateral move to go be the Commanders offensive coordinator, and now he has entire because Andy Reid kind of has control of the Chiefs offense, but Bieniemy has entire control over this Commanders offense. And I think it'll be good. I also like Sam Howell as a sleeper. So who are you looking at here?
I'm not sure. This is where it starts to get tough. I'm
This
thinking
is
about
where
reaching out to this, but
this is where the league is won though. These rounds. If you can
yeah,
draft one to two guys who just totally break out in this range, then you'll be in the playoffs. You might win the league.
yeah, exactly. Kind of torn here.
If Jahan Dotson makes it to you, I'd go Dotson all day.
Mhm.
But I don't know if you share the same Michael Pittman being there.
I'm not a huge fan of Pittman this year. We'll see how Anthony Richardson turns out, but
Yeah. David Montgomery I like a lot too.
go Dodson.
Dotson. Good pick. Good pick indeed. I think there's some good
Yeah,
tight ends down the board too. I like Evan Engram.
I also think Montgomery's going to get a lot of goal line work.
Who'll be that Jamal Williams replacement? I mean, look how good Jamal Williams was last year.
If Gibbs goes down, he's a good replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Montgomery here. I need a running back. And I have Gibbs too. So if Gibbs goes down or other way around, I think it'll be good value for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to be on the clock here. I'm gonna reach for this tight end coming up next because
Hopefully it's not my guy.
what?
Hopefully it's not my guy.
Um, I think I have to reach for this guy because I don't know if he's gonna make it there, but I'm going Dalton Schultz. He's the see Shaw's quarterback there now. They paid him to a big money deal. He's gonna get some work in. Rookie quarterbacks love their tight ends, so going him, and then on the clock here, I'm gonna go the high flyer. Do I might just I might have just talked myself out of that. I think who was better last year? Yeah,
It's a toss up between those two.
I'll go Gibson here, man. I was just hyping up the Commanders' offense, and I think Gibson will get more pass catching work than Brian Robinson. So could be the year of the Gibson breakout. I was about to go Jordan Addison though at first. On the clock here next. Who are you looking at here?
I was looking at Addison, but I don't think he's gonna fall to me. Yeah, no. I also like Sky Moore a lot this year. Mahomes. It's just tough with that Chiefs offense. You never know who's gonna be the guy.
I also think Tua has been very underrated.
Yeah.
He was a top 10 fantasy quarterback until he got hurt.
I'm also looking at a tight end here.
I like Komet.
I'm gonna yeah, it's just a mock draft, right?
I like Tyler Higbee a lot too. I think he's super underrated. Super underrated. He was the sixth best tight end last year, and he gets
I'm gonna
Stafford
reach
now.
maybe on a guy here. I'm gonna take Rashad Penny. I
Shad.
think he has a good chance to break this year. I'm gonna take my tight end here next. Hopefully he falls to me.
I think another guy um, to be aware of could be Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
Elijah Moore too. Elijah Moore, I've heard
and
big things
Moore
coming
as
out of
well.
Browns camp.
I'm gonna take Dalton Kincaid here.
Kincaid.
Heard
Well,
good things from him
you a big
out of
Kincaid
Buffalo
fan?
camp. Yeah, I think he'll do well this year. I've heard good things from him out of camp.
Yeah, I've heard they're pretty much force feeding him in camp.
Hmm.
And he's more talented than Dawson Knox too. So we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
Harrison Bucker
I think
just
he'll get more
goes.
red. There's a lot of tight ends waiting on tight ends I like a lot this year.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that. All right. I don't really like anyone here. Uh, but I like guys down the board. Hmm. Gonna wait on him. I'm gonna go Quentin Johnson here. I've seen big things from him in camp, and just in case, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen are big. I feel like they're always hurt. And I'm up again. And I'm looking at a running back down here. I don't know if he'll make it to me. He might. He might. So I'm gonna wait on him. I'm gonna take another tight end here. I'm gonna take Tyler Higbee. Because Kate Schultz doesn't work out. I think the tight end position is actually really undervalued in fantasy football. I think having a really good tight end puts you on top because there's only about I'd say five, 6 guys every year who are really like elite, and and having that advantage over your opponent is just like that's like 10 more points right there than you're scoring than your opponent. So I do like having a good tight end in fantasy football. I think it's important. Who are you looking at here?
Maybe Zay Flowers. I'm not sure. Zay Flowers, Elijah Moore. Maybe backup quarterback. I think I can wait on a backup quarterback though. Maybe not.
Yeah, I like man, Goff is ranked low. So is Bryce Young.
Elijah Moore just went.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'll take Zay Flowers here.
I like Zay.
I think he has a good chance to get a lot of work with that Ravens offense. I'll take my backup quarterback here. Guy I like a lot this year, sleeper.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, baby. I think he's gonna have a big year.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going deep sleepers, I like Sam Howell. I also like Desmond Ritter too. He's got that scrambling ability. I always like to take second year quarterbacks as my sleeper. Oh, and Deontay Foreman goes. Dang, bro. That was I was looking at him. I was looking at him big time. Hopefully this guy makes it to me though.
I also like Elijah Miller too, just as a CMC.
That's Elijah Mitchell. Yeah, that's who I was just looking at. All right, I am on the clock here. Um, I'm going to go, yeah, I'm gonna go Elijah Mitchell. Just in case McCaffrey gets hurt. I got him. He's in a good offense. And then Tyler Boyd goes. Need my backup quarterback. I already took Jackson. I could go
I
Goff.
like Goff a lot.
I do like Goff a lot too.
I like
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with one of my sleepers again too here. I can wait on him a little bit. I'll go Gritty Goff, backup quarterback.
I like that.
And yeah,
I have a kind of a sleeper here. I'm looking at maybe a couple.
who's got your eye?
I think I'm gonna skip the back end tight end backup tight end position.
No, it's just a mock draft. Let's see who the sleeper is.
I don't I don't love a lot of the receivers left on the board. So I'm gonna grab these two running backs I like. Hopefully the second one makes it to me.
Andre Miller.
Jerry Miller. I think he's gonna play a role with Kamara. Suspended the first couple weeks. I think he can earn himself a role there. And another safety valve I like with this last pick. If if ETN gets hurt is Tank Bigsby.
Ooh, I was about to take him with my next pick. I'm a big Tank Bigsby fan.
Tank. If ETN gets hurt, you'd be a monster.
I might have to take him a little bit earlier then in our actual draft. We're talking about him now. But hmm, there's two guys. There's actually three guys who I like here. There's Jaden Reed, Romeo Dubs, and Roshan Johnson.
I also like Jonathan Mingo too.
I like Mingo. The
I
Panthers, I
think
just feel like have a
he,
more crowded receiver room than the Packers.
it's true, yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go defense and just pick whatever one's there. Um, let's go Patriots. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter in the mock.
I always forget it's only a mock.
Yeah, I know. I started overthinking it. I'm just gonna go Romeo Dubs here. Heard some good things about him. Now I just got kicker. I'm looking at Jake Moody.
Money Moody, baby. I think I might
Money,
have to see much Moody before you.
money freaking Moody, the Michigan man. The third round pick is a kicker. You sniped him. I might just draft a name then. Kicker doesn't really matter in a mock draft. I might draft Dicker,
Yeah.
Cam Dicker.
Who? Cam Dicker.
I don't know. He's Chargers kicker. I'm just gonna draft a name.
Chargers.
Anders Carlson. Where's
I'll take the Washington defense. Well, that completes my mock. A bad squad I got here.
yeah. I'm on the clock here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'll take Dicker here. All right, bang. That concludes the mock draft. Had a fun time with this.
Yeah.
I mean, these are my favorite episodes to do when we're mocking stuff out, especially fantasy. Um, we'll probably have a few more fantasy ones come out before me and Aiden's draft. Which probably be late August. But you got any ending thoughts?
Yeah. So you said a fantasy favorite time of the year for sports. I'm excited for our actual draft and get my real team. Yeah. Can't wait for football season.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that
Have
wraps
fun
it up.
here.
We'll see you next episode.